How's everyone doing? And welcome back to Video Game Vittles, where today we are traveling to Pandora in Borderlands 2 to make pizza. In the quest, a splinter group, you go to Moxxi's bar, you pick up a pizza, you go down into a tunnel, you find a bunch of people that have raid after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you deliver them a pizza and then proceed to kill them. With that, though, the pizza that they get is skag, urine, and marshmallows. Well, while we don't have that in our world and everything, I think the toppings I chose will equally disgust some of you guys. Hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get cooking. Alright, and the first thing we need to do is we need to make our pizza dough. We're going to take a packet here of instant yeast, and we're going to add it to 2/3 cup of warm water. You want this water to be between 110 and 115 degrees, enough to kind of give it a little bath and just so it can soak and get all active and ready. We're going to take this, and we're going to set this off to the side after we give it a quick stir. And then takes a little bit of oil, and we're going to oil down our bowl that we're going to be sticking our pizza crust into later. This helps it so it don't stick upon the rising process. Now in our mixer here, we're going to go 2 cups of flour. We're going to do 1 teaspoon of sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and we're just going to mix that together here and just kind of give it a quick little blend so it all combines before we add in our yeast mixture here. In our little mixer there, you can't see, but it's just slowly mixing it. And now we're going to go ahead and add in our yeast mixture as it's moving, and then add in our 3 tablespoons of oil, and we're just going to let that all mix until it forms a ball. While you're waiting on that, go ahead, flour your surface here that you're going to be kneading your dough on, and then once everything kind of forms into a cohesive ball, we're going to pull it out of our mixer and start kneading it until it forms one uniform like dough structure here. Just moving around back and forth, make sure there's plenty of flour so it doesn't stick to your countertops. And then once it all gets together, kind of form a little ball here, and then we're going to stick it in our glass bowl that we oiled earlier, just like so. And then take some plastic or some more oil, kind of give it a little brush so it doesn't dry out on top. And then once you brush it all up and down and get it all ready to go, you're going to cover it with some plastic wrap and kind of press it down around it here, and then make sure you fight with that plastic wrap as well, because plastic wrap only sticks to itself for whatever reason I have yet to figure out. But once it's ready, you just go put it on there and just kind of press it down so it goes around the ball like so. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but there you go. Now to warm it up, I put my oven at the lowest possible settings, let it preheat, turn the oven off, and then just set the bowl in there for about an hour. While that's going on, we're going to make our sauce. And since this is a bar sauce, we're just going to do something simple. We'll take a can of tomato paste here, cut off one end, tuck the other end, and boom, push the whole thing out. Add the tomato sauce. Again, these are canned stuff that a bar would use minimal pricing for maximum profit, especially Moxxi. She loves her money. And then we're going to do a little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic. It's all up to your taste personally. And of course we added some salt as well, and this is Italian seasoning. We just add that up in there and then mix it all together like so with your little whisk there. Just nothing fancy. You don't have to heat it up or anything like that. You can, but then you just have to cool it back down before you can use it for your pizza. And there's really no need for all that. So mix it all together, get it ready to go. Give it a taste and adjust your seasonings as necessary to whatever you like for your pizza sauce. See here, I'm going to add a little bit more garlic. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. Just my personal preferences, honestly. And there you go. Again, I don't really have the measurements. And now for the toppings. First thing we got here is some ham. Now, maybe some of you guys have saw where I'm going with this, but we're going to take this ham and we're going to cut it up into nice little squares like so. Real easy and simple to do, and way too much ham for the little bit of pizza that I'm going to make. And next, pineapple. That's right, we're going with a Hawaiian pizza. A lot of people don't seem to like pineapple on pizza. I do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our ends off the pineapple. We're going to trim down the sides here and just kind of get as much of the skin and the little divots, I guess you would call them, off the pineapple as you can. And you do that just by using your knife and just follow along the inside of where you see the divots on the thing, and then just cut straight down as you see here. Real easy. Give it a little trim. We're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to cut our halves into halves, and we're going to just slowly, well, not slowly, but we're going to cut the core out right here. Now, if I was in an actual restaurant, we'd be doing a whole lot more to kind of keep as much of the usable product as possible. But I'm at home, and I don't feel like taking the time to do that. So we're just going to do it the simple way, like so. Just cut it straight down. There's your core, and it's gone. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut these into way too big pieces. Eat the pineapple and make sure it's sweet and good. If it's not, you can kind of cook it off a little bit with some sugar or something. This pineapple is nice and sweet, so there we go. Now, after your dough is doubled in size, and after about an hour, you're going to punch it down and then just kind of take off as much as you want to make your crust here. A little cornmeal on your pizza peel. If you don't have a pizza peel, use the back side of a sheet tray. But a little cornmeal will kind of help it so it don't stick later on when you place it into your oven. And while you're at it, you just kind of stretch your pizza dough out to whatever size. Give it a couple little tosses. Show everybody how fancy you are. And just kind of stretch it and slowly stretch it until it gets to about the size you want. If you go too fast, you will rip the pizza dough and you'll have to start over. Once it's done, put it on your cornmeal there. And as you see here, it slides perfectly. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of my pizza sauce here, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Hawaiian barbecue sauce. Again, we're using prepackaged stuff. This is from a bar. They will not be making everything from scratch, so we're just going to make it how they would make it. And then we're going to put this delicious pizza sauce onto the dough and just kind of spread it out to almost the edge of the pizza crust. And while you're at some point here, we're going to put our cheese. At some point here, preheat your oven to 425. I forgot to mention that earlier, but you want your pizza at your oven at 425 so your pizza will cook properly. And put your pizza stone in if you have one. If not, then again, an upside down sheet tray or even a right side up sheet tray, depending on how big your pizza is. So there we go. We got the mozzarella. We're going to place some ham on this pizza as well. There you go. Because it wouldn't be a Hawaiian pizza without ham on it. Don't have to be fancy or anything. Just kind of place it there however you want and how much you want. Now take this pineapple, as I said it before. It's kind of a little bit bigger pieces, so I'm going to break it up. Get that pineapple juice all around on that pizza. Delicious, I promise. And then into the oven it goes. I slide it onto my pizza stone that I have in there. You can do it onto the bottom side or the top side of a thing. After about 12 minutes at 425, your pizza is done. Take it here. Look at that. Marvel in the wonder that you just made. Give it a little cut. However many pieces you want. Bigger pizzas will probably go 8. I'm just going to do a quick little 4. Because why not? And there is a little ant in the video. I just now noticed. Wait a minute. Skag urine. Here we go. I would imagine that would be kind of spicy and hot. So we're going to go with the ghost pepper. Boom. Ghost pepper hot sauce. Give a couple little shakes on there, and that's probably a little bit much. But after shaking your hot sauce up, we're just going to dash a couple ghost pepper things on there, and then take a nice big bite into the pizza. And let's be honest, it's delicious. I enjoy pineapple and ham pizza. I enjoy hot sauce. Ghost pepper doesn't bother me in the slightest as much anymore. And personally, this is probably one of the better pizzas I've ever made. And normally I use the pre-made doughs or the little add water package doughs. This blew it out the park for sure. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one later.